Hey guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to the Dyslexic Reader. Today I wanted to do another discussion with you guys, and it kind of centers around changing your opinions on books and changing your opinions on Booktube, what that means, what it looks like, is it okay, how do we do it, all that kind of stuff. Like always, this is meant to be a discussion and not a lecture, so please comment down below, what do you think about the whole things. Feel free to argue with me, agree with me, add extra points, whatever you want. I really enjoy just having like a good conversation down below, and not only me talking to you but talking to each other. So if you're commenting and you see someone else's point, respond to them and let's just have fun and enjoy each other's company here on Booktube. So what I wanted to start with saying was, everybody changes all the time. The world would be a really boring place if we didn't change aspects about our personality, beliefs, opinions all the time. I feel this is a really weird thing, especially like on social media. If you go back to something, obviously people say bad things that they should never have said and should be held account for that. But just in general, things that people said like 13 years ago, not the social media wasn't about 13 years ago, 10, when it all came out 10 years ago, when we were all talking nonsense. If you went back to my Facebook, I've deleted my Facebook, so that's nothing, but if you went back to my Facebook and looked at the stuff that I was saying at the start, I don't necessarily believe that now. It's not that I didn't believe it when I said it, and it doesn't mean that it was wrong then or wrong now. Just through experience and growth and the gaining of knowledge, my opinion has changed. And that doesn't mean that it's a better opinion or a more right opinion. It's just simply different, and everyone changes all the time. And I think that we say these things and are held to them is kind of crazy to me. And I think this applies to book as well. I'm trying to scan my shelves here to think if there are books that I have read and enjoyed and now looking back on them don't think they're as good, or vice versa. Well, one thing I would say is series. They're over there, I'm not going to reach for them. The Mortal Instruments series. I really enjoyed them while reading them. I knew when I was reading them that was no great work of literature and they weren't objectively great works, but I really enjoyed actually reading them. But when I was done and looked at them, I was like, that wasn't great, it wasn't good. I don't know why I enjoyed it, but I really did enjoy it at the time. So that's kind of a slight way that you can change. Like, I was so immersed in it, I was really enjoying it, and then at the end the hype within me kind of petered out a wee bit. I can't think of anything else, because really if I don't really enjoy it, even if I read it ages and ages ago, I tend to get rid of it and don't need it. But I'm sure if I sat here and thought, I should have been more prepared for today's video, shouldn't I? If you don't know, I'm making a video, or trying to make a video every day this month. So far, we have succeeded. So it's getting to the point now where I'm kind of like running out of ideas, and some days I don't have time, so they're thrown together, but we're still on track. I've lost my train of thought now. So opinions change on books. You can review it, like it, read other books that are similar but done much better or much worse, and that can change your opinion of a book. Or just over time you can think about more things. Definitely, as I have got more and more into reading and read more diversity in different genres and different authors, different topics, like, I would say I have become more critical. But that's just because I can say, well, yeah, this was good, but I read this other book by this other person which was similar but done much better or done much worse, which then you can use in your review rather than just reviewing something blindly with no kind of point of reference. But that's okay. Like, I don't think there's any books that I loved and then trashed, or trashed and then loved, but there definitely has been tweaks to my opinions, and I maybe said that the writing was really good, and then I read more work and decided that maybe, you know, looking back on it, the writing wasn't that good. But I have videos up on this channel. I think I've been doing this for, I think I'm in my 3rd year maybe, which is crazy. And there was things that I said 2 years ago that maybe today me wouldn't agree with. But am I meant to go through all my past videos, and if I say one statement, that even if it's not wrong, but just it's an opinion which has slightly changed, am I meant to delete or amend or put some sort of disclaimer or comment on that video? And I'm not saying that's wrong, like I'm genuinely asking your opinion. So if I done a tag video 2 years ago and recommended this book and have since changed my mind and found other books on that topic which I think are better, should I go back and put a comment in? Or something. I'm not very good at like putting cards and information and stuff on top of the videos, but something like that to let people know. Or should I just leave it as is? And I also don't want people really going back to those old videos and judging today me off those past videos. And I know like as an adult 2 years I haven't really changed that much or anything. This isn't a drastic thing, but like they might watch an old video of me and think, oh, her favourite book is this. My favourite book isn't that anymore. Do you know the fact these things change? Favourite books, opinions on books, what books we own, what books we want to read, what books we're currently reading. Like these all are so evolving. But yeah, I do it myself too. I don't just watch like Booktube videos that have come out that day. Sometimes I watch older ones as well. But are you meant to judge the person based on that? I could be watching a vlog of someone 2 months ago and they're reading all fantasy and I'd be like, oh, this person loves fantasy books, so do I. I'm gonna subscribe to them. And then you find out that they only like were in like a real fantasy hype for like a little while and then they weren't. So you can't really judge them off that, but at the same time it's hard for me to know when I'm looking through people's videos then, like, is it going to change? Which is why for me, I don't watch very many booktubers with, some of them have similar reading tastes, but the majority of them I just watch them because I enjoy their personality and I like them as people, because that way if their reading tastes change, if their reading tastes are different than yours, it's not really going to be like, I'm not interested in this anymore. You're invested in the person, which is why on my channel I only read what I want to read, because I feel like even if that's not what you want to read, you will continue watching this channel if you enjoy hearing what I have to say, which is crazy to me to think that there's people out there who do. But like, you'll stay for me and not the book. So I'm reading a book that I got for 50p out of a charity shop that none of you have ever heard for, but you're still interested in what I thought more than what's on the book. Whereas some people enjoy very popular books. I'm not saying that's not true, but they pull more views. But then if that person's reading taste changes, say a lot of young people start and they read a lot of YA, which is very popular and it pulls a lot of people to their channel. If they start not wanting to read YA anymore because they have moved on to adult fiction, which is a general progression that I would say most people do take. There are adults that read. I would read the odd YA and enjoy it, but I don't read exclusively YA. I think there's very few adults who do read exclusively YA. So if they choose to kind of move on and try an adult thriller or something, like, are they going to start losing their audience because they're here for the books? Which is kind of gone off my topic, but it's that whole thing of we're meant to change, we're meant to evolve, and it's mostly opinions, because reviews, what books we like, favourite books, books we hated, authors we like, it all changes, it all evolves. It would be really weird if my favourite book when I was 6, which I don't know, was probably like a Kipper book or something, was like my favourite book now. Or even my favourite, like, I have read, since I joined Goodreads, which was only like 2 years ago, I only found out about Goodreads then, I think I've read like nearly 300 something books. So if my favourite books, my favourite authors, my favourite genres, my favourite examples of non-fiction on Russian history, do you know, if they all stayed the same after reading over 300 books, then I know we're reading for enjoyment and stuff, but we are reading to widen our minds, to get new experiences, to experience new authors and new stories, and that would change it, would it not? It would be weird if we stayed the same. In my opinion, it would be, in my opinion, and this may change, but it would be weird if we stayed the same continuously. So how does that fit into Booktube? We're continuously reading different stuff, we're changing our opinions on books. So really the 2 points I had were we're constantly changing and that should be expected, and how do we handle that on Booktube? Do we like it when people change and the type of books that they read change on the channel, or do we tend to go and find somebody else? And I have videos on this channel which maybe don't adhere to my current opinions. Should I go back and amend them or get rid of them? Which, if I get rid of them, it's probably going to be the majority of my videos. Like, put a wee note in to say this question answer has changed, which is very, very time consuming. It kind of takes the fun out of it, but at the same time I don't want to be judged for those past experiences as current opinions. Does anyone understand what I'm trying to explain? I don't think that we should erase our past selves, but at the same time I don't want to be currently perceived as my past self. It's a lot of confusion. That's all I had to say. I think I'm going to get rambly. I should have really bullet pointed this video out, but here we go. It's a busy day. We're trying to do the best that we can over here. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what people think about this. And make sure that you sub if you want to see the up and coming videos for the rest of the month. If you like it or share it, that would be great, because the more people that see this, the more the discussion builds. And I just think that is awesome. That's us for today. I hope you're all happy. I hope you're all healthy. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.